Greetings everyone! I'm sure at this point you've all heard of the Hear Me Out cake trend, and if you don't have any clue what on earth I am talking about, it is a trend where people think of the most atrocious fictional crushes and print them out on little pictures and then put them on a stick and then put it in a cake with their friends. It's goofy and it's fun and I would love to do it, but I don't have any like in-person friends, so I don't have anyone to do it with, so I'm just gonna do it by myself, by drawing it. So I have a list of characters. It's a Google Doc full of characters I simp for. They are my pretties for like fictional characters, and you're never gonna see it. Okay, yes you are, if you have really fast eyes. Now, most of these people are people like Homo sapiens and are, I would say, relatively reasonable. We got like Miguel O'Hara, Don Kelly, Thorn Oakeshield, Hanzo, Santa, Heisenberg, Queen Val, Tracer's Legs. There's kind of a common theme here, isn't there? Anywho, we ain't drawn these guys. Nah, none of these guys. As much as I love them, and they could marry me any day, they aren't exactly outlandish. So we're doing the weirdos, the freaks, the girl, you weird for thinking that. Disclaimer, most of these guys, I'm not attracted to their physical appearance, okay? I'm not interested in kissing a frog. It's what's inside that matters, their personality. So we're gonna start off weird. We're gonna start off with Knuckles. So hear me out. I said the thing. The thing. Anyway, now I haven't really played Sonic games that much. I had like a Sega console back in the day, and we had like a couple Sonic games, but we were like dumb kids, and we didn't know how to beat them. There was one Knuckles game, but once again, we weren't very good at video games, so we never got past like level 1. If there was levels, we never got that far. So I don't know if you could technically call me a Sonic fan, but I love the movies. I mean, game to movie aren't that good, but for some reason, I really, really like the movies. And when Knuckles showed up, I just like fell in love. He's just this random dude who shows up and absolutely destroys Sonic. Sonic's like, oh yeah, I'm so cocky. And then Knuckles is like, die, nerd. And he was so cool. He just seems like dark and like, ooh, dangerous. But he's like, he turns out being just like a goofy guy. And I love him. I sort of just love that sort of character. Now, his TV show was meh, but him in the movie, it was pretty good. I like it. I'm so excited for the next one to come out. I feel like Knuckles does not get enough love. People love Shadow, or I think there's a character named Silver out there somewhere, and they get a lot of love, but like Knuckles, he's such an underrated dude, and I love him so much. And then we got Scar. Now, I know he's like a lion and whatever, but like, he is such a cool and fun villain. Like, he is probably one of the best Disney villains out there. He was just so well written, and even as a kid, I loved him so much. Like, I did not care about Simba and Timon and Nala. I was just like, I want more Scar. His song was so cool. It was my favorite song as a kid, and I'm obsessed with him. He will forever be deep in my heart as like the first villain I ever really liked. And I like a lot of villains. But I sort of redesigned him slightly. I sort of did with all of these characters. I decided to give Scar some like bling, you know, just like gold bracelets and necklace and earrings. And I also made his eye a little cloudy over next to his scar. And I gave him like some gray highlights. I don't know what you would call that. I'm not a hair expert. Gave him some of that to give him some like uncle vibes, whatever that means. But I think he looks cool. Alright, and now this is going to be a really random character. Her name is Iselda, I think? Iselda? She is from Hollow Knight. She is the random lady who sits in the shop. She's like the map guy's wife or something. But she just sits in the shop. And every time you walk in, she sighs at you and says a little something. And honestly, she's like the most attractive character in that whole game. She's just this little bug lady. But I love visiting her and just basking in her presence because she is a strong queen who would marry this bug. Beautiful, beautiful bug woman. I was also gonna draw Grim Nightmare from Hollow Knight, but I was like, nah, I really want 2 Hollow Knight characters in this video, so we only got her because she's superior in every way. And then we got, okay, so most people probably don't know who this is. His name is Sun Wukong, and I am not talking about the Lego Sun Wukong or from the video game. I am talking about this guy. This weirdo. He is from a movie called Naja Reborn. It is a mediocre movie at best. It's okay. I only watched it because of him, because I wanted to look at his face. I was so sad when I wasn't looking at him. I was like, okay, move on. Can he show up again? He is like Sung Wukong on crack, but he's also cool at the same time. Like when he like first shows up, he's just this kooky guy, and then he shows up again. He just kills this monster like instantly as soon as he shows up that like the main character was struggling with and was like about to die to, and he's like yawning, and I'm like, dude, you're so cool. You have no right to be this cool. But like his design is awesome as well. He's got this mask on with crazy hair, and he's wearing this bright pink suit with gold chains all over him. He acts insane, but he's so cool. When you see his face, sometimes it's like, jump scare. It's not pretty. But like at other times when he like looks serious with his face, I'm like, dang, boy is quite fine. He's probably my favorite out of this whole list. Maybe like, he's either first or second. He's tied with someone else, but he's a pretty fine man. And frankly, I would die for him. He is quite lovely. His mask gave me so much trouble drawing. I don't draw details that much, and it was covered in details, and it kind of made me want to cry. And I'm also just now realizing that his necklaces do not obey the laws of gravity. Who cares? He still looks cool. Alright, and then next we have Branch from Trolls. Now, I found out that I am not good at drawing trolls at all. I drew him and he kind of looks like a little baby 13-year-old and not like a full-grown man. I tried, I put in some effort, but like, it's just not pretty. He's there, it gets the point across that this is Branch, but the only reason it looks like Branch is because of his colors. If I made him bright yellow, you wouldn't be like, oh, that's Branch, but he's just yellow. No, it would be like, who is this yellow troll? Turns out drawing trolls is hard, and anyone who can do it, I applaud you. Congratulations, you have skill. If you told me like a year ago I would be drawing a troll, I would probably be like, I'm not surprised, I draw some weird things. So I like Branch because singing killed his grandma, so he's nice. I love him. He deserves more than Poppy. Poppy does not understand boundaries and is like, I did nothing wrong. And then in the end, he's like, yeah, I'm sorry. And I'm just like, no. Poppy sucks, okay? She's like the worst person in the world. I hate Poppy. Next up, we got, okay, this one is probably my favorite. It is Raphael the Ninja Turtle. And I am not talking about the 2014 or the Rise of the Ninja Turtles or even that old puppet-looking Ninja Turtles. I am talking about the 2016 live-action Raphael. That is a fine man. Look at this fine man. He is just this buff tank who is edgy, but has probably the most character out of everyone in that entire movie. I love him with all of my heart. He is so amazing. He's just angry, but he just like, it seems like he feels like he's left out and like nobody appreciates him, and like, fair enough, bro. Nobody appreciates you. You are the best Ninja Turtle, and I will die on that hill. I used to love Leonardo. He used to be my favorite Ninja Turtle when I was small, but as I matured into a full-grown man, I was like, nah, Raphael is the best, and he deserves more love than all those other nerds. I tried my darndest to draw him from the live action. I tried over and over again, but it was just a disaster. It was not pretty. I could not do it, so he got turned into a goob. I'm sorry I couldn't do him justice. I didn't know how to draw that. I tried so hard, and it just wasn't working out. I thought it was terrible each time, so I just ended up drawing him as a little angry guy. For now, that is my Hear Me Out cake. There are plenty more that I did not get to. One of them being Ramatra, because I was staring at his design and I was like, I'm not even gonna try. I'm not gonna try and draw that. But Ramatra is pretty fine. He just looks like Arcane Jesus. But yeah, I might do a part 2 if I think of more people, because I was kind of racking my brain with this one, because I was like, I have a whole list here, but none of them are like weird, other than Ben Kingsley. This is a little glimpse into my mind, my weird mind. Thanks for watching. YouTuber outro. Goodbye. Farewell. Bye.